Hey, what's up, Street Talks? This is Eric Kim from the Eric Kim Street Photography blog. Currently in Kolkata with my homeboy Krishnendu. Uh, Krish, why don't you introduce yourself to the viewers out there
Hello, I'm Krishnendu from Kolkata.
and speak up because it's kind of quiet.
I'm Krishnendu from Kolkata.
Hmm.
I'm a kind of street photographer from this city. Uh, by profession, I'm a teacher. So, photography is a thing that makes me feel happy. So, I take photographs for that only.
So, I shared some of your work on my blog recently, and you told the story of how you first got into photography
Yeah.
through the father.
Yeah.
So maybe why don't you tell us a little bit about your early experiences with photography and maybe how you kind of discovered that street photography was really interesting to you.
Yeah, my father gifted me my first camera.
Hmm.
So that was a small digital camera, Kodak V803. I still remember, and I still have that camera. And I remember my first shot. It was in an winter afternoon.
Hmm.
A person was sleeping on road,
Hmm.
and the scorch. I mean, the heat of the sun. I mean, the sun rays was on his face. Still, the person was sleeping comfortably. So I found it really interesting, and I captured that with shivering hands because it was my first photograph, and I was I mean. Uh, Taking out my camera in front of so many people, and they are
Yes.
staring at me um, with some weird looks. Then what is this guy doing with the camera in the
Yeah.
street? But still, I took the photograph and went away. So that was the first experience, and that was my first photograph. And after that, when I came back home and I saw the photograph in the in my PC, so I found that it was so interesting that the person was sleeping in that heat, in that sun ray. And I found that these moments of street life, which
Mm.
was so much interesting, and which I never noticed,
Mm.
in that way. In
Yes.
that way, I noticed, I saw all those moments are passing by, but I didn't care about it that much.
Mm.
But from that very first shot, I fell into love with street photography. That I started loving people, strange, maybe be it stranger, be it known people, whoever. I started loving them more.
Mm.
So that is the best part of street photography, I think, and that's why I'm so much interested about street photography, because it makes you to get closer to the people.
Mm. We were talking earlier and about how a lot of other photographers, when they're shooting maybe in India, that they, you know, it's not so much about interacting with the people, but they stand really far away and use huge telezoom lenses and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. What's your opinion about that?
Opinion, I should not give opinion about that, but I think I prefer to shoot people I'm more closely. I should get closer to people,
Hmm.
so that the person also get comfortable with me. I can connect to them. If I maintain so much distance, then my photograph will also reveal those distance between me and my subject.
Hmm.
What I'm trying to photograph,
Mm.
what I'm trying to convey. So I prefer to go closer.
Mm.
That's all.
Yeah, because you shoot a lot with your Nikon D90 with your 12 to 24 lens, which is a very wide
Yeah,
lens.
yeah.
And you know, I think one of the difficulties a lot of street photographers have is, getting close to people. So if you see somebody you find interesting, you want to photograph them, how do you tend to approach them? Like, do you just go take the shot? Do you talk with them first, or something in between? How do you make your
So
subjects feel
it
comfortable?
Yeah, yeah. It depends on the situation,
Mhm.
because if I need a candid moment,
Uh-huh.
then obviously I will not talk to that person previously.
Uh-huh.
If I talk to him, then that spontaneity will be gone.
Yes.
So I will obviously take the photograph first, and after that I will always prefer to show that photograph to that person that
Mhm.
see, I have taken a photograph of you.
Mhm.
um, I have done this thing many times that I have taken a photograph without informing that person. That person didn't even know that I have taken a photograph.
Mhm.
Still, I went to him or her, that person, and told him that, and showed him the photograph. And I never got any bad experience, I mean bad reaction from them. They always enjoyed that and then thanked me. Even sometimes this also happened that they asked and they gave me their email ID and asked for the photograph. So like that, again, if I need a photograph of that particular subject of that particular person, uh, where that candid moment is not that much required,
Mm.
I can shoot from the date front. I can take a photograph of that person from the date front. uh, then I will obviously go and ask him that I want to take a photograph. It just depends on the moment.
Mm.
And it's kind of, I mean, I'm a bit impulsive. If I want to shoot it first, then I shoot it, or if I want to approach that person,
Mm.
and then I will go. It depends.
Um, you're telling me about one of the projects some neighborhoods you visit over and over and over again. Can you share about like how you would you know get the people to trust you and also how you gave prints and stuff like that, that story you told me before.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Previously, though it's long ago, I mean, long ago means 1 year ago,
Mm-hmm.
I went to a particular village,
Mm-hmm.
countryside of West Bengal, uh, where I shoot a particular family.
Mm-hmm.
And after shooting, when I came back, when I went there first, so they were a bit kind of skeptical that what this particular person wants to do with these photographs. Why am I so much interested to take their photographs? After that, I initially I went there and talked to them mostly.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of taking photographs, I talked to them. I was just trying to be more comfortable with them and make them comfortable with me.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, I started taking photographs, and I had to convince them also that I had no such any other bad intention or something,
Mm-hmm.
etc., etc. So after that, they were very much comfortable with me while taking photographs, and they helped me also, I mean, while taking the photographs. And when I gave them some of my prints, I mean some
Mm-hmm.
of the photo prints, they were so excited, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, they were so happy of all those photographs. And they invited me for lunch also. And when I said that I didn't have much time for lunch, they insisted that make sure that so that I can come again,
Mm-hmm.
not for the photograph, since I have completed taking all the photographs. So they were not sure that whether I will come back again or not. So they asked me, they please to come over there for lunch at least whenever I get time. And I actually went there, and it was fun. It was fun. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the food with them. They are so such a nice people. I mean, uh, I mean, so they're so innocent. Uh, they don't have that much of complication in their mind. I mean, they can easily offer you whatever they have, uh, like that. It was nice experience over there.
um, it's really wonderful to see how you get people to feel a lot more comfortable around you, and I think it's always more difficult to shoot when you're a local than rather than when you're a tourist. So, for example, when I've been here in Calcutta and I've been taking photos of locals, like it's like a an Asian tourist, and it's like they're all just like really open to me, all very friendly. They
True.
don't mind me taking their photograph. But as an Indian taking photos of other Indians, it's not as apparent that you're a tourist or
Yeah, yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So how do people tend to react according to that? And um, you know,
The most common question I have ever heard, that what will you do with these photographs? How
mm,
much money will you earn by
mm,
selling these photographs?
mm,
Like this, they will not react badly. They never do so. But when you are photographing a person, and when you are doing your work with full honesty, then this kind of questions or this kind of attitude makes you feel bad. It pushes you on you on a little bit backward. So these are the things, but they never react, in a bad way, or they will not harm you. But yeah, it will be bit difficult for, it is bit difficult for us, for the local guys, uh, to shoot local people, because they are more skeptical about us, that what are our intentions, or like
Mm.
something like that. So it takes much time to make them comfortable with us, or to make them convince.
Mm. Yeah, well, it's interesting because, as an Asian guy with a
Yeah,
camera, it's like almost any single country I've been to, including America, they just think I'm just like a dumb
yeah,
Asian tourist with a camera, which is a good cover for me.
yeah,
But even when I'm in Asian countries like Japan or Korea, I actually have kind of a difficult time because people are like, I look like a local, and they're like, "Why are you taking photos of us?" Whereas, if I was a foreigner in Asia, then it'd be um, not as obvious. Um, when it comes to street photography in India, how would you describe, I guess the current state of affairs, and maybe also share a little bit of your story, how you joined the Indian Street Photography Collective, That's Life, and maybe the influence and how it's helped you as a photographer.
it has helped me a lot. It has helped me a lot. I even though through Facebook it is very much easier
Hmm.
to see, to go through different works of different photographers, but still, um, I didn't know Arindam Thokdar, I didn't know Shuyog Maidhani, or Amit Chakraborty's work. I was not familiar with them. So joining That's Life, I found their work. They're awesome. I learned a lot.
Mm.
Uh, Prashant sir, they're amazing. Each one has their own language, own
Hmm.
style. So it was a learning experience. It is a learning experience. I'm
Hmm.
learning from them every day.
Mm.
And about joining, I it was just a normal thing. I sent them the portfolio, and I knew a few people earlier. I sent them the portfolio, and they everyone thought that it was good enough.
That's
So
good.
uh, they accepted me as a member.
Because you know, before you joined That's Life, would you say that it's very difficult just working by yourself in terms of finding direction and
No, yeah, difficulty in work, that is same here now also. So,
yes.
but yeah, finding direction. As I said earlier, that I have mm, studied the works of Kaushal Parikh, Prashant sir, Arindam Thokdar, then Prantik Mojumdar is one of my most favorite photographers, contemporary photographers. So I have studied their work more closely.
Mm.
So that has helped me a lot. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Um, another thing we were talking about earlier is, I guess maybe, when we think about photography, like, Japanese street photography or Japanese photography is very defined. A lot of American photographers defined. What is your opinion about, I guess, maybe Indian photography, and, you know, what direction do you hope that's headed, or any other of your thoughts about that?
Yeah, I'm pretty much hopeful, because I know many guys in Kolkata who are doing excellent stuff,
Hmm.
and um, they're very young also. Uh, so they have a lot of time to hit their, to give their own work to a proper direction, So I'm pretty much hopeful. I'm very much optimistic also, that about this, that you will find few names in very recent years will uh, flourish in their own field.
Hmm. One thing that also interests me about your photography is how you're a math teacher, and that's kind of your main subject. How do you think that influences your photography? Because, I mean, the stereotype is, oh, if you study math or you're, more of the sciencey, it's not. It's opposite from, let's say, art or photography. So, how would you say your background in mathematics influences your photography, and as a mode of self-expression or like anything like that?
The very obvious relation must be the geometry. Geometry is also there in mathematics. It's here in photography composition also.
Yes.
So probably that is the only connection. But no, jokes apart, I don't think science or mathematics especially is very much different or opposite to any form of art, because if we study deeply any form of art, you will find that in modern era
Yes.
there are lots of use of mathematics in performing arts, in visual arts also, everything. So there is no collision between these two things. So all you need all you need is to express yourself in your own way. That's all. It's there is nothing like that. Being a mathematician or being a maths teacher, you cannot be an artist, you cannot be a painter, you cannot be a photographer, like that. You cannot be a singer. There is no such collision. So I love to take photographs. I enjoy that. Earlier I used to paint also. So it's just like that. I don't think there is any such collision between them.
Considering that you're a photographer, but your background is mathematics, not like fine art or anything like that, can you share again some of your experiences, maybe talking with curators or people who run galleries, and also your application to study
Yeah,
photography?
yeah. Galleries. The experience I have with the galleries mostly in Kolkata only. So I don't have anything uh, any other experience with some other galleries in other cities. So I can say that it's bit difficult to get your work exhibited in our city, in a popular, in a good gallery. If you are paying for your own exhibition, then it's okay. There are lots of gallery, they are not bothered with your standard, with the standard of your work. But if you want to be I mean, you want your work to be curated by something, some other one, some other gallery, then it's really difficult, because if you are not a known name, I mean, not a popular name, so I don't think that. Though I have some experience also, that they are not bothered to see your portfolio, to see your work uh, in a proper way. So it's a bit difficult in our city to uh, exhibit your work, like curate, to be curated your work. So it's a bit difficult. But yeah, in other city, as I said earlier, that also that when we are talking in the restaurant, that I applied for a university in UK. So they have, though initially they were a bit confused about my background in mathematics. They were pretty much confused. But when I interacted with them and they saw my portfolio, as British Council has really, organized an educational exhibition recently in the last week, which was held in the Taj Bengal Hotel. So I went there. 37 UK university came. So I went there and applied for a few courses in there. And one of the universities, UCA, they accepted my application and sent me the offer letter also. Now it's
Nice.
about
Fist pound. Yeah.
thank you. So let's see what happens.
Yeah.
But it's really difficult to get scholarship in this art field. So let's see. I don't know whether it will be possible or not.
Um, I hope you definitely do get the scholarship, because I think it will definitely help you a lot. Um, when you're applying, did you explain in your application why you photographed or anything like that?
No, I haven't. I didn't need to explain all these things. But we had a very good interactive session with the. Fortunately, the departmental head of the
Hmm.
photo, okay, he came
Mm.
in that exhibition. So we had a nice interactive session, at least for 45 to 1 hour, 45 minutes to 1 hour. So he went through my portfolio very intensively and saw all my photographs, and for each photograph we are talking about the photographs, the techniques about it, why did I shoot that particular, why did I take that particular shot, something like that. So he didn't ask anything about that. So in the
Right.
application forms I just filled up some.
So let me ask you the question: why do you photograph?
Why do it makes me happy, that's all.
Is it the act of photographing or is it the final photograph? What makes you happy exactly?
It makes me happy that I it's kind of building relationship with some other people, I mean, whom I didn't know earlier. So these things makes me happy, and I enjoy this. I can feel this happiness whenever I go through my previous photographs, the old photographs. Whenever I see those photographs, I those moments just flashes on my mind. That yeah, I saw this man. I was talking with him on this topic, and after the photographs, we had tea, we had coffee, we chatted for so long. See, I mean, we abused some politicians, something like that. Yeah, it happened. It happened. I photographed one aged person near North Kolkata. After that, it was in early morning. So we were sitting in front in a tea shop. So after taking photographs, he himself came to me
Oh wow.
and joined me in the tea in the tea table. So we are talking on different topics. It started with sports. It started with photography. Why photography? Then it came. Then the sports part came. We are talking about crickets, and then finally the hot topic, the Indian politics.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
good old Indian politics,
Yeah.
huh?
And then we just went on and on. I don't remember exact the time span, but I think I have taken I took two photographs of that person, of that man. His name is Jagdish. I don't remember his surname, but his name is Jagdish, that I remember. So that man, I took only two photographs, and after that, at least 3 hours we went on chatting.
Oh wow.
So and then finally I came back home. I didn't take any other photograph, but because it was fun with interacting him. I didn't know him earlier. I didn't even seen him earlier. It's nice. It's nice. Just like you have fun with me, you are having fun
Yeah,
with
no,
me.
we
You
are.
didn't see me earlier, but we are chatting for so long.
Yeah,
Uh,
no, it's good.
it's a act of exploring.
Mm.
So that is very much interesting.
So, um, maybe what is some advice you would give to
Please, please, please,
other
please,
street photographers?
please, don't embarrass me. I don't
No,
know
no, no,
you.
no, no. I want to put you on the spot. So maybe like maybe advice you wish that you would have told yourself when you started photography.
I won't say that this is my advice. I respect one photographer.
Mhm.
He's Mr. Rui Palha
Oh yeah,
from
no, that guy's.
Lisbon.
Mm.
And he's such a nice person. In Facebook, I sent him a friend request. He accepted, and he himself saw a few of my photographs, and he liked and appreciated me. I was just awestruck because I just love his photographs. I respect that man, and coming from him, it was a big inspiration. After talking for 2-3 days later, when I was asking him that, sir, what is your exact feeling? How do you approach people? So he told me one thing which I really admire, and I try to follow. He told me just one line: try to respect people. So this is from Mr. Rui Palha. this advice is from Mr. Ruipala. So I'm just conveying that advice, and this is amazing. I mean, I found that seriously, if you don't respect people, if you don't respect your subject,
Mhm.
I'm not demeaning anything. If you do not respect whom you are photographing, you cannot get a good picture, or that picture will not convey the thing that you are trying to say.
Mm.
So we should remember his advice.
Respect.
Yeah.
That's good advice. I think we're gonna wrap this up in a second, but who are some people you like to give a shout out to, or mention, or give thanks to?
Uh, Give thanks to, there are many. There are few Kolkatan photographers, Mr. Abhishek Bishwas, Mr. Devashish Aich, Mr. Anindo Chakraborty. There are many. There are many. They inspired me a lot. Especially Mr. Abhishek Bishwas. I call him Obida. He he was just. I mean, he's just wonderful person. He's the one who guided me from the very beginning. I mean, I took. Uh, Horrible pictures, horrible photographs, and he remained very patient. And whenever I shown all those photographs to him, he quietly said, "No, these are very bad," and he took the pain to explain me also that why is this so bad. So, and he himself is a great photographer. He's a very good photographer. Uh, so it was a kind of thing that I am learning from him, from his photographs also, how he is composing, how what is his vision, and at the same time he is advising me also. He is giving feedbacks on my photographs also. So it is kind of a simultaneous learning process. So it was great. It was great. I really want to thank him. And there are many others also. There was a online photography club, Kolkata Photographers Club. So uh, there also I had some good friends, and they helped me a lot also. On we used to share photographs, and others were, I mean, others gives opinions on on those photographs. So it was a mutual learning process. Those helped me a lot also. uh, Everything, and even I am also learning even now also. So it's not that it's a continuous process.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
there are a lot of people to thank.
Yeah. Um,
And one more thing, I want to thank my father that he gave me my first camera. So it was pretty awesome. And I didn't even ask him that I want a camera. I don't know why he felt that I need a camera, and he just gave me a camera. And it was costly. I know his capability, so it was very costly for him to. It was very difficult for him to buy that camera. Uh, so anyway,
yeah,
thank you.
I think that. Anything else I didn't ask you that you would like to mention, or?
Oh, you have asked me a lot of questions.
Okay, Krishnendu. All right, thank you very much for your time, and yeah, keep up the good work, and yeah.
Right, you are right. That you didn't ask me, and one thing that I want to share is that I am big fan of yours. Seriously, I'm not trying to flatter you. Really, I
No,
really.
I feel flattered. All right, so we're gonna get some bomb Indian food later. So yeah, see you guys later.